Greetings and salutations, physics students. I wanted to make sure that I went ahead and solved the practice test that I've prepared for you. And so I'm going to be doing that one problem at a time. So we have an object moving in a circle of radius 2 with a speed of 4 meters per second. Now, it might be a nice idea to have a little drawing of a circle. And I'll draw on its radius as 2 meters, and we'll say this object is moving at 4 meters per second. So this is V, and that's r. And on your formula sheet, you would actually want to look up that the centripetal acceleration is v squared divided by r, and that would be 4 squared divided by 2, which is 16 divided by 2, which is 8 meters per second squared. Now, if we want to know the net force on it, we have F net equals mc, which is going to be 2 times 8, which is 16 newtons. All right. Now the next question. This is a question that we've done a couple times in class, and I actually wanted to make sure that we were comfortable doing it on a test. So you will see one very much like this. So I have a circle, and it has a radius of 3 meters. And what we're told is that this object takes 2 seconds to go all the way around the circle. And so we want to know its speed. So when I give you radius and time, to get the speed, well, let's remember the speed is going to be the distance covered divided by the time when you're going at a constant speed. So this is for constant speed, which we have here. Our speed remains constant and steady throughout its trip around the circle. Now the distance covered, well, the distance covered is one loop around the circle. Well, one loop around the circle is exactly equal to the circumference. So this is going to be the circumference divided by the time, which is going to be 2 times pi times r divided by t. So now we plug in our numbers, 2 times pi times 3 divided by 2. So we end up getting about 9 point, let me actually get the numbers here. 9.42 meters per second. Now when we want to go ahead and get the centripetal acceleration, the acceleration is going to be v squared divided by the radius, which is going to be this 9.42 that we get above, squared divided by the radius, which is 3. And when we actually end up getting this, I think it's going to be 29 point something. Let's just check that. I'll use the number from before. 29.61 meters per second squared. Oh my God, it is. Now, when we get the net force on the object, F net is going to be m times the centripetal acceleration, which is going to be 2 times 29.61, and that's going to be, when we multiply it out, to 59.22, and the unit is newtons. All right, so that's question 1 on your practice test.